me check. Have we clinched a playoff spot? We obviously can we move up or down on the in the playoffs, depending on what happens. Obviously, Haskins got 32nd yards and tutties, but standings. That's what we need to go. Standings. We've beaten out the Cowboys. I think they've beaten us though. Where are we at? They're 9-5-1, so they can go 10-5-1, which is better than our 10-6. But we've already clinched the playoffs, so it doesn't matter what we do. We've already clinched. So it says review message rest or start. Williams. Trent Williams. If you were down, Trent Williams plays this week, the more stamina you'll have for the playoffs. I think we're gonna bench out of our starters. Quarterback. I mean, it'd be a great option, you know, if we could bring somebody in and make some plays. But I think overall, we're gonna have Haskins. You know, he's played good in the playoffs last year. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna let Bryce Love and Chris Warren do most of their reps this week, and you know, give Kitsy, Marcus Church, and Justin Ross some reps here. There we go. And I want to keep my playmakers out. Obviously, want to keep Paul Richardson out, get him healthy. Bucky Hodges, we want to give you some reps as well. Trent Williams, we're gonna bury your ass in the depth chart. You aren't gonna see the field. Anybody that's made plays this year will get, or this week, we'll give Ryan some reps because he's made plays. Like I said, Ryan Sheriff's had a lot of sacks. I'm not gonna bench him. I've had it. You're standing, dude. You know, if you've earned it, Montez Sweat has definitely earned it. Charles Harris and Jaquan Bailey. So yeah. Maybe Aquaro played most of this one. Jonathan Allen and Onadis have played very good. So we'll let them sit. Nick, oh, don't even get me started. Nick is a dog. And honestly, nah, he'll have to play somewhere else because, oh yeah, Miller to start. Marshall has played pretty good. We're going to give him the start. We'll give Anthony Walker the second, and we'll give Walker the right outside linebacker role as well. Corner, Garyon Conley. I mean, Moreau hasn't done much this year. And nor has him. We'll leave Garyon Conley right there. Richie Grant, incredible. I've always wanted to get Troy Apke in the game. I just haven't been able to all season, though. But, you know. Yeah, I'll put Josh Jones right there. And then here, we're going to start this dude. The man, the myth, the legend, Hamza. Kicker and punter, obviously, you gotta say the same. Kick returner. Punt returner. Long snapping doesn't really matter to me. Third down running back. Bryce Love, then Chris Warren. Power back, Chris Warren, and Bryce Love. Slot receiver, Kidsey, and then Church, and then Justin Ross. I guess I'm gonna start Justin Ross just because he's not had the greatest of seasons in my opinion. So, very lackluster. Jaquan Bailey. Cottage, sub linebacker, Marshall's got it, slot corner, Brooks, we're going to see what you can do, and yeah, I don't think any of these guys are gonna be lifted off the practice squad. I think they're good where they're at right now. You know, but yeah, we're gonna bench all of our starters. I don't give a shit about the X factors. Or really give a shit about anything else. For our last game, we're gonna leave our uniforms for the playoffs. That's what we've always done. Tampa Bay's offense just wasn't it last week, Chief. I think what we're gonna try is Atlanta's, and we'll see where that gets us. Obviously gonna be a very interesting game without our starters, without all of our starters out. I think we're starting to win Haskins this game, which is not a terrible idea. I think he'll develop. I think he'll play very well in the upcoming games. So, I kind of like the idea of starting him. Obviously, you look at the 20 picks, there's 13 touchdowns. Buchele is the same way. I mean, we've just been constantly throwing interceptions, constantly throwing turnovers. Chris Carson, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, 1,200 yards for Geis and 11 touchdowns. So, there's guys that is on and off games. He finished with 1,000 yards, which is good. But I think we still need to start going for 1,500 as Troy Apke. We'll take this one out down to the 29s. Apke's a guy that Jacob King likes a lot, and really told us that he wanted to see it get in the game as this will be Bryce Love and a lot of guys that you haven't seen a lot of as they wanted to see Apke get more reps. And that's what today's going to be for, get him reps as immediately. Seahawks kind of in the back of the room. Seahawks suffering from a 5-10 season. They want to get a win right here, to prove that they can, get something going this season, but we'll see. They're playing a really good team, but they also have their starters benches. That's to motion. Bucky Hodges, 39 yards down the field. First down, Hodges. He's making a statement for a starting spot today. He's making a statement tonight that, we don't need Hunter Henry. We don't need to be signing any of our tight ends because, we've got a really good tight end that we just don't know about. Is Justin Ross got it down to the 11. And Haskins right now is diming up on the Seahawks. We weren't expecting this coming in this game. Dwayne Haskins is bringing this team to one hell of a season. That's going to be Ross into the end zone. Justin Ross, touchdown. The second round pick, who never really, blowed on the scene, never really became that, looking good rookie, but, right now he's showing that, get back in the game. They wanted him to be that guy that they could just throw it up to, have faith in, he's going to come down, make some ridiculous catches. And, right now, we're making a statement for it as 7-0 against the Seattle Seahawks. And here comes in some guys that have also not seen the field. Marshall. Moses is still in the game for some odd reason, but Marshall, people like that are going to see reps they normally don't see as Marshall. Not gonna do anything. That's a huge hit by a man named Troy Apke. Time and time again, we said they want this man to be the starter on this team. As Wilson on 2nd and 9, gonna throw. Russell Wilson. They go underneath, and it'll go nowhere. 3rd and 7, as we need to get Dylan Moses out of the game. I don't know why he's on the field. 3-0, 3rd down. Looking, and he's got Lockett down to the 47, and I don't want Dylan Moses getting hurt. That's the last thing I would want to see is Connor Marshall have to play in the playoffs because fucking dumbass got hurt. Holcomb, you're fine. You can play, alright? It won't hurt you. The goal is to keep him out of the game, alright? Dylan Moses, if he keeps seeing the game, I'll figure out why he's seeing it. Maybe he'd be sub-linebacker or something. But there you go. He's off the field. Cole Holcomb will play middle linebacker instead of outside. So 1st and 10. Gonna go to Chris Carson. And Chris Carson is loose. Danny Johnson makes me go out of the 7, sprinting, but Chris Carson, he's making the Redskins, backups look like fools, and I at least hope so, but, as this is gonna go to Will Disley. Tight end, you know, when the Seahawks have a good tight end, I feel like they always have a good team. You know, Jimmy Graham is one of the accounts. I mean, you know, a good tight end for Russell Wilson, you know, is usually a good for success. As Chris Carson is having himself a day right now, spinning around. I mean, this dude has not been able to be taken down except once, and it was the very first play by Troy Apke, who still or hasn't really seen, you know, I haven't seen a lot of him since then. 7-7, Seattle and Washington, all tied up. And you know, they're gonna keep giving this ball to Dwayne Haskins, keep giving him a shot to make a fucking play. As Apke will take this one out. Apke looking for something to set up. Apke still trying to go, and he's going down to like 31. Incredible return, 24-yard per return. As 1st and 10, Haskins a handoff to Bryce Love up the middle, 10 yards. Bryce Love's another guy that was huge off of and incredible college season. And you know, now it's not that he's, you know, not having a good season, it's the fact that, you know, he's being shouted by people like Tevin Coleman. And I don't think they needed Tevin Coleman. I think they, you know, they should have gave Bryce Love a chance this year, and this is showing why. Right now he's showing to be, you know, a guy that they're missing out on, not giving him reps. As he's showing right now why, you know, he should have started last couple weeks. Is Haskins on 1st and 10. Haskins again has to mooch in. Hodges, oh, almost had a 6-point grab. 2 grabs would have been a lot of yards as well. Unfortunately, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Ball gonna be given to Bryce Love, and he's gonna pick up 2. It'll be 3rd and long, and you know, not a very good field goal. I wouldn't think field goal here, considering this would be a long ass field goal. 3rd and 8. Looking to make a play. Gonna go to Hodges again. Again. He might be, you know, getting more yards than Jordan Reed did ever got in the game, and maybe in this, honestly, the entire season. But I mean, who knows? 2nd and 10. Looking, he's got Kitsy open, and Kitsy's got the first. And it's been an incredible showing so far by Haskins, you know, showing that, you know, he needs to start this playoff game. You know, this was the last second, you know, drive, you know, and he's making a backup team look like the starting team, looking like the most explosive offense you've ever seen. That's what they wanted, you know. High powered, high throw, long, you know, deep balls, you know, high scoring 35-point games. That's what Jacob King wants. You know, he wants a phenomenal defense. That's definitely, you know, what he worked on first. But you know, now he wants a phenomenal offense, and you know, is it phenomenal yet? No, but it's a start. And you know, I think, you know, giving all these starters, you know, giving Haskins this extra, you know, they're finding people that they may want to start this defense, or this, you know, it's obviously not this defense. They're getting humbled right out here by the Seahawks team, but they might want to start those backups, because they're doing better than it seems like the starters ever did. As 2nd and 2. Russell Wilson will go to Chris Carson, and he'll be in the backfield. Connor Marshall. Carlos? Is it Carlos Marshall? It was Carlos. Carlos Marshall. As 3rd and 4. Russell Wilson takes the snap. Looking. And he's going to get to Will Disley again. And Russell Wilson's in incompletions. His year today. He has not thrown an incompletion. I don't know why I said it like that, but he has not thrown an incompletion today, which looks good. As this will be the 2nd quarter. Wilson is, you know, taking his time moving this ball down the field, which is a very smart idea by him, as this is going to be Chris Carson, who trucks over Cole Holcomb, but Romeo Aquara takes him down 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. Russell Wilson sending Disley in motion. It's a fake. Wilson gonna go deep. Danny Johnson gets Tyler Lockett out of bounds. An incredible play. He was stride for stride with him right there. Tyler Lockett couldn't lose him there. 3rd and 8. Looking to make a play here. He needs something. That's off the hands of Carlos Marshall and picked by Holcomb. Marshall probably should have had a pick there. It doesn't matter though. It's going to be caught. 1st and 10. Haskins fake rolling out. Haskins looking. Oh, he had 2 targets open. Burr Curvin gets him while he tries to set his feet and throw. And it'll be a sack right there. 2nd and 18. Quick throw to Church. Incomplete. Austin was signed from the free agency this weekend. You know, they're trying to see, you know, what kind of player he is as 3rd and 18. Haskins looking for Justin Ross, and Justin Ross, a big body, gets through there. And, you know, he's wearing number 81. They like him more than number 81 because they remind him a lot of Randy Moss. And, you know, when he was given that comparison by this team, you know, he decided to keep the number and, you know, see where it goes with it. Obviously, you know, this is probably one of his best games of his career. As Hodges, after the game he's been having, with a drop, not what he was looking for. 2nd and 10. Haskins looking, gonna go to Church. Church with a grab. 5 yards. As Haskins might be looking for a 300-yard game, you know. We'll see how, you know, he progresses and see how this game goes on. 3rd down. Looking for Justin Ross. Couldn't get it to him. Haskins 7-14, and they'll bring McManus out to make a play. Brandon McManus's kick is up and good. 17-7 Seattle, down by 10. Washington's definitely hoping that Cole Holcomb or somebody, you know, can make one hell of a fucking play again. We'll see though. 7-17. To be Rashad Penny out there and down at the 25. Winning Collins obviously on the kickoff team, but most starters are, you know. It's 1st and 10. Russell Wilson. Oh, it's picked off by Millard! And Millard! Oh, I thought he was going to take it. Connor Millard down at the 25. Jumped a phenomenal route right there and picks it. 1st and 10. It's a blitz, and Haskins has no time to find anybody. Barton gets him. Yeah, they didn't read that blitz very well, did they? 2nd and 17. Haskins looking for Justin Ross, who gets smacked by Wagner. 3rd and inches, though, and, you know, they're going to bring out 3rd and inches. I believe Bryce Love gets this one. I don't believe that, you know, there's any other option here, as Haskins will send Justin Ross back out. And, yeah, they'll give it to Bryce Love. And Bryce Love is going to take it 16 yards into the end zone. Touchdown. His 2nd one on the day. 24-7. And like I said, Dwayne Haskins is looking a lot better. You know, I think, you know, he's starting to get in that. We need playoff Haskins. Playoff Haskins obviously plays a lot better than regular season Haskins. Regular season Haskins had a phenomenal season last year. This year, you know, obviously he was struggling all year, as they give him down at 23. Bryce Love has 3 touchdowns on the year, 2 today. That's 1st and 10.
The Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back.
Russell Wilson gives it to Chris Carson. I mean, I'm not a shadow of a doubt. This man's going to have a 100-yard game. There's no, I mean, you know, against the real Redskins team, you know, I think he had a very good chance. But now that he's playing the backup team, I think it's, you know, it's a full show, you know. As, oh, he makes Danny Johnson look silly. Troy Apke there, though. 73 yards and 2 picks by Russell Wilson. Wilson have a pretty good game as well, as 1st and 10. Russell Wilson. Under center, going to go to Chris Carson. And he'll get a gain of 2.
talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose
Wilson on 2nd and 8.
and make the appropriate moves.
Wilson gonna hand it off to Chris Carson, and he picks up the first down. And I think maybe if they didn't bench their starters, maybe, you know, they wouldn't let Chris Carson fully, you know, fuck them up. But, you know, with the backups being in, there's no doubt as this is gonna be a huge play by Carlos Marshall, stopping Carson. Oh, he got 4, but stopping him from getting a touchdown there. 2nd and 6. 2-minute warning before we go to halftime. Redskins 24, Seattle 7.
Season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress.
So Wilson,
The best multitasker in the business.
looking for anything, and it's not gonna go underneath. Troy Apke has been a very aggressive tackler today. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, Troy Apke. It's a play. He's gonna go to Will Disley, who shoves off the tackle down at the 9. A minute 25 seconds left. Will Disley has 3 catches for 24 yards. Not terrible at all. As this will be a screen, and it's gonna be almost a touchdown. I mean, Danny Johnson may have forced him out of bounds, but definitely wasn't a very good tackle there, as it'll be
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Russell Wilson gonna look to make a snap. Wilson, back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Jennings was the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. This defense has held on so far. Now
Here we are, Russell Wilson.
3rd and goal.
Justin Tyler Lockett in motion. He's gonna look to throw to Tyler Lockett. Carlos Marshall. Oh man, if he would have got his hands on that one.
Do you think about going for it?
Swats it and forces the Seattle Seahawks to take 3, but that would have been a tremendous pick if he could have gotten that one. 10-24. That's the 2nd pick that, you know, he's jumped the route, and, you know, his first one was picked by Holcomb off the tip, but that one was picked by nobody. It's Troy Apke, obviously, you know. Troy Apke down at the 26, and, you know, he's one guy that they want to see a lot more from him, dude. He's a safety that, you know, doesn't want to see a lot of playing time. They've seen it in practice. They've seen it everywhere that, you know, he deserves to, you know, see the field more. As Haskins takes the snap. Haskins off the shoulder going to Ross, and Ross just didn't have him beat. They wanted to send Justin Ross up, but Trey Flowers bent him over. You know, they're not gonna get that one on Haskins. You know, they're gonna get more on just Ross's head for that one. You know, you've got. You mean, you know, he was trying to, you know, stop him from picking it, but, you know, he's got to get open there. This is going to be thrown and caught. Danny Johnson has not been. I mean, he's had some plays, very good plays, but as a whole, he has not played phenomenal today. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson. And it's not going to be finally tackled by Marshall. And I think that's what most of what this backup team struggles at, tackling, as they're going to take a timeout and hope to finish this one with a touchdown. Russell Wilson. Wilson just going to throw it away. 2nd and 10.
Just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Russell Wilson gonna go to Chris Carson, who was you know, sprinting towards the sideline. I think he could have, you know, probably gotten a lot of yards and, you know, used a timeout, but, you know, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to keep it and, you know, save it as. And he got the first. Hurry up, timeout with 15 seconds left. Russell Wilson will come out to make a play. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson. Oh, in the end zone, but just off the mark a little bit. Tried to put a hand out and reel it in, just couldn't. And it'll be second now. Second and 10. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson looking this time. Same play. Nasir was all over it. Nasir Al-Din or something like that. Obviously a very, you know, rookie I think they think will develop, as that's out of bounds. 4th down and 2 seconds left. They're gonna take the points. I do believe they get the ball at half as well. Yeah, I think we started with the ball as ball come back to Seattle, and they'll look to put this at a 1-point possession game when we come back. 11-point game favoring the Washington Redskins here, as Redskins have, or Seahawks have had the ball for a while the last quarter, and you know, we'll see if maybe it's Rashad Penny trying to go. Luckily Pinky gets him, as you know they'll try to get on the field more. They haven't seen a lot of reps today, as 13-24, down by 11. Russell Wilson gonna hand it off to Chris Carson, who's getting moving, and a pickup of 8. And you know, when he doesn't have to do anything, when he doesn't have to score really quick, that's a great play.
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12-16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8-10.
And that's Nasir getting there in the backfield. Help from Moreau. And that's what they needed, as this will be 3rd and 3. Third and 3. Looking to throw to Disley. It's caught. Nasir. I think he's down after a very good game there.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Alright, here we go. I would assume that they go back to Chris Carson here, you know. They stop going to him, and they're not going to continue to stop going to him. Disley, Nasir, all over him. He's going to go out of bounds. Nowhere to go. 2nd and 9. Yeah, and you know, it's frustrating when you're off the king on the field. You know, they're antsy, you know, they're moving on the sidelines, you know. Not really seeing the field a whole lot in a while, as Jesus Christ, he's wide open.
He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down.
1st and 10.
That one covers 20.
And here we go.
First down. Wilson going to lead his guys.
1st and 10, Russell Wilson in field goal range, looking to, you know, put this one in the end zone, punch it in, as that'll be a huge play. 23, I don't even know who that is. Couldn't tell you, to be honest. I can't remember who that is. 2nd and 7, gonna go back to Chris Carson, and this will be Moreau. Nasir is 23, so he made a good play. As because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson finds Marshall in the back for the loss of 2. Chris Carson's looking for 100 yards. And a little bit of a setback there, 2nd and 12.
And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson.
And Chris Carson goes nowhere. 3rd. They'll say he got a yard. 3rd and 11. So here we go. And I came out of the end zone, you know, try to keep it an 8-point game here. Hopefully your offense can get something going. They've been very good at that today. As Cole Holcomb and Connor Moss are all over DK. Somebody catches it. 4th and 5, and they'll take the field goal. And you know, surprisingly today, it seems like the Washington Redskins offense, you know, I have a lot of faith in them making a play rather than the defense. I mean, I feel like their defense, you know, definitely I feel like the offense haven't been. Obviously, they've got a couple of weird people like Bryce Love could definitely, you know, probably will see plays in the playoffs. But Haskins will see every offensive play in the playoffs unless he gets hurt. Plays like insanely bad, but I mean, like a lot of these guys. I mean, Justin Ross will probably see his way back in the team in the playoffs. So you know, we've got some people obviously that you know will play, but Still, I mean, even that, I mean, they're facing a really good Seahawks defense, and they're making plays. Kid C makes the grab, and he'll pick up 14 on the play. Haskins only has 170, mostly because he has not seen a lot of plays. Hasn't seen the, got to throw it in a while. Hasn't had the chance to make a play in a while. This is going to go to Hodges, and that wasn't a good decision. And Wagner might look to take the lead here, and I'm not getting frustrated because I'm throwing picks. I'm frustrated because I'm tired of playing for defense. As they've got 155 passing yards, apparently. They've got a lot more than that, but there we go. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson. Gonna give it to Chris Carson, and he'll go down after a 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run again with Carson.
Chris Carson in the backfield, but they're gonna give him, where he started, or they're gonna give him forward progress as 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
3rd down, gonna go to who? Jennings, Gary Jennings, probably, as they won't get this one. 4th and 7, and again another field goal for the Seahawks. So obviously, I think talked about how they weren't playing very good. There, they don't allow a 1st down, but most importantly, there they have somehow kept them to a lot of field goals today. I think there was only a 1 touchdown today. I don't think they've allowed 2. They've allowed a lot of points, obviously. After that touchdown, they've allowed what, 4 field goals since then. That's a real 1st and 10. They gotta get Wagner out of the zone. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. Love already on a good start. Bobby Wagner trying to stop him. Bryce Love, 61 yards and a tutty, and not being up by a lot. If they start going to the run game, he might just get 100. Who knows? 1st and 10. This will be the last snap until the break of the quarter, and Love will pick up 2. He's having a really good game right now, surprisingly. As this will be 2nd and 8. Love gonna get the ball again. Bryce Love getting open and gonna pick up the 1st down. Bryce Love, 72 yards on the game right now, as this will be 1st and 10. Haskins
looking to throw on 1st down.
Nothing open. Haskins went way too far back. I think it was more of a dump off, and he goes 15 yards back. And
I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Haskins takes the snap. Haskins looking, and he's doing what he does best. Throw picks. Picked off by Shaquille Griffin, and they don't really care if Seattle wins it, but Haskins, they're gonna tell him listen, you're still fighting. You can't start off this game very well. He's got to calm down. And then you go back to what was working, and that was the deep pass game. As Marshall isn't gonna get there. Gary Jennings down to like 16, and Seattle's looking to take the lead. Seattle's looking to upset. Well, it will be an upset against Washington. I think a couple people have them winning. I think it's got to be at least 50-50, if not Seattle's favored, because obviously they're not starting their starters, and they had some very up and down games against some pretty bad teams. So they were 2nd in takeaways last year, surprisingly. Only 2 today though. So the takeaway was they have not played phenomenal. 2nd and 9. Russell Wilson, 5:50 to go. He's gonna hand it off to Carson, and he's over 100 right there. That rush puts him over 100 yards. As here we go, Russell Wilson's gotta look to punch this one in. He can't settle for another field goal. It's where he needs a touchdown, and he's got one. Tyler Lockett helps Seattle take the lead for the 1st time today. They're going to go for 2. They want to make it a 3-possession game, a 3-point game. As Wilson's going to throw, and it's going to be Disley gets it. 2 touchdowns, 4 field goals, 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal, and Washington's losing. So. As Apke loses it, Seattle is up 33-24 now. 2 possession game. Oh man, Apke, you know, you just gotta take that. You know, you're looking to get a drive going. You know, a game-winning drive now. 5-11. You've got to score quick and hope your defense can stop them quick and get the ball back. 5-11 is not a lot of time to score, but you know they made a lot of comebacks. Haskins has done this before. As Apke, you know, you don't want to fumble this one. Down at the 28, as here we go, 5:07 to go. And Haskins, you know, he's throwing a couple picks all in the second half, it feels like. I had one for the first. And, you know, now you got to put all this away. Like, listen, all right, all the jokes about we were throwing it up, it's all gone. You know, now we got to lock in. It's going to go to Kidsey early on. No, it's there. Hit Kidsey, though. Cannot make the play. Second and 10, here we go. Looking, he's got Justin Ross open. And Justin Ross. See ya, Bobby Wagner, you're out of the zone. First and 10. Haskins looking for anything, even looking for Church. Beyond complete. He's not had a lot of yards in the second half, passing wise. Second and 10, Haskins with the fake. Haskins got to get rid of it. Oh, he's got him open. He just Wagner. It's just blocking's just not there. Third and forever. Haskins with the fake. Haskins got to get it to somebody. Justin Ross gets it. They're going to spot him for a first down as well. So, huge play by Haskins and, you know, definitely his receiver as well, Justin Ross. First and 10, going to go to Church. Church has got it, and he's out of bounds by 32. So, here we go. This is what, you know, Redskins started this game doing. Slinging the ball down the field and making plays. As first and 10, Haskins going to throw a screen, and he just can't get play set up, and you see him punching the ground. He's getting frustrated. His team's not helping him. He can't set up a play to save his life. He's going to go underneath to Bryce Love, who's just trying to get something. He's got 8. Third and 11. So it comes down to a third and 11. Going to go to Love. Love's trying to get up the field. At the 26, here you go. It's going to come down to this play right here. 4th and 5. Haskins takes the snap. Haskins going to throw it up, incomplete, and that's the game. Second and 19, and
so now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
And here we go. They might just lose at home in their last home game. Russell Wilson, first and 10. Gonna throw it. It's incomplete. Marshall took down Russell Wilson, but he was trying to get to the ball there. Second and 17. Oh, and Chris Carson might have just ended this one out. Here we go. Third and 3. And it's going to come down to whether Chris Carson gets this or not. And that last run, I mean, an all-out blitz, he gets through, he ends it. As here we go. He gets through here, it's over. Third and 3. Russell Wilson. Hand off to Chris Carson, and Troy Apke keeps the game alive. That last drive was a wee bit big. You know, they probably should have went for the field goal. It wouldn't have been a terrible decision, and now they'd be looking to, you know, tie it up. 27-34, but here we go. Apke's going to take this one out. And Troy Apke's got the speed to get to the 38. So he makes it easier on his team. They took a long drive last time. They've got to go fast. This has got to be fast-paced, quick, down the field. You know, I believe you take a shot down first play too.
Now it's Haskins.
Trying to get it to Love, and he's incomplete. Haskins has struggled all day. I mean, his receivers haven't helped him out tremendously, but I mean, what can you say? I mean, what are you gonna do? As here we go, 2nd and long. Haskins gonna go to Ross. Justin Ross drops it. Damn. Doesn't help him out at all. As 3rd down. Kitsy open, makes the grab, and now they got to score quickly.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here we go with
Looking for Justin Ross off the edge. Oh, he just can't make the grab. Man, he's like the greatest option they've got to win this game, and he's just not showing up. 2nd and 10. Haskins needs time if he's going to make a play. Haskins, oh, he's got a guy open. Timeout, Washington. You know, he needs time if he's going to make a play to try to win this. And man, oh man, that's just been the story of the day. He doesn't have it. 3rd and forever. Haskins takes the snap. Oh, he's looking for Hodges, incomplete. So a 3rd and 24. And if it's converted, I mean, it's kind of already, I don't think they have any shot to win in it, but, you know, if they convert it, they've still got a shot, I guess. But if this is incomplete, the game is officially over now. Gonna go up one-on-one with Justin Ross. Oh, it's an overthrow for the ages. And that's over. Troy Apke's the reason they lose here. And this is going to be a knee. A kneel down by Wilson. He'll take another one of those, and it'll be a 10-6 record for the Redskins. They're going to run it for some reason, and he gets pelted. Tackle for loss for Connor Marshall because he decided, you know, it'd be a good idea to give it to the running back as Georgia. Redskins, you know, had a 7-24 lead at halftime. They lose 24-34. 27 unanswered points by Seattle. Oh, he started off so good. 72 yards by Bryce Love. Justin Ross went off. A lot of drops. This is one. Hodges, 64 yards. Kitsy played pretty good. Church, meh.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank
Gary Jennings was probably one of their greatest receivers, let's be honest. But you know it hurts to lose. We're gonna drop to 10-6. I think 10-5-1 is definitely better than 10-6. But it said we already clinched. I mean, who knows? I don't really know if we did or not. Oh, it says we made the playoffs, so I know you're not thrilled with the loss, Jacob, but this will brighten your day. It looks like we punched our ticket to the playoffs, so keep our guys healthy next week. We're going to need everyone playing to their full potential if we want to run a championship. Probably wouldn't have played Williams quite so much this week, but maybe it's a good idea to keep him more for the playoffs. I thought I didn't play him. Let's knock his ass win the fucking game. Here we go. Chris Warren never even seen the field. He was supposed to, he didn't. I think we're gonna give McLaurin's way too far down. He's not going to. I don't know what to tell you. I think this is how we're gonna play it. Justin Ross, the number one position, seemed to be the best thing we've done. Woodham, slot receiver is gonna be McLaurin. Guys to see all the reps until further notice. Special teams wise, so we got Church for, and yeah, everything else seems to look good. Exactly how we had it out, and yeah. I'll keep Pinky over Hodges for now, but that could definitely change from here until then. So, Christian could start left guard. We'll think about it. But yeah, this will be the squad that goes into playoffs. This is how it'll look, and right now we're 10-6. NFC wise, the Giants, Packers, and Niners and Buccaneers clinched, and us and the Cowboys clinched. I do believe the Cowboys win tonight. They'll have an easier. It's going to look like we're about to face Niners. About to face the 40 Niners the first week of the playoffs. So we were probably gonna get fucked, honestly, but whatever. Who does he play? I mean, yeah. He went on a winning streak for a minute there. I need thy Chiefs to show up. Chiefs show up, we face the Buccaneers. And I'd rather face them than the fucking Niners, but whatever. The 49ers killed the Buccaneers. Fucked up the Buccaneers. Beat the fucking Bears, which was obviously a person at the time. Beat the Rams, beat the Titans, lost to the Colts. Beat the Seahawks. Lost to the Packers, beat the Seahawks. Beat the Lions, beat the Vikings. Beat the Rams, Cardinals, Eagles, Texans, Cardinals. So, he went on a long-ass winning streak. 13-3. And now he's gonna end up probably beat the Jaguars. So yeah. Another win though. Did we upgrade anybody? I don't think we had an upgrade. Is there anybody that we would like to satisfy before the season starts? It's like we've already re-signed guys to a contract. Anthony Walco. Jordan Red. How good did he play all season? What was he averaging? I don't know if he necessarily had like. I mean, Hodges was averaging 4.9 yards per game. I mean, he had all this in like the last game though. He had like nearly 78 yards in the last game. So Reed at 404. He was averaging 25 yards a game. I mean, McLaurin was averaging 32. I think the best average was Ross was the greatest guy on our team. Paul Richardson actually was. Ross doesn't play that last game. But he also did. No, he didn't see. Parsons obviously been dealing with an injury. Just Ross dislocated his shoulder. They played him, to see if he was going to be ready for the playoffs. It seems like he is. He had 10 tutties this year, though. Um, 4 for Conley. Definitely our height of the season though was running it. 11 by Geis. 3 by Bryce who had 80 yards. Conley had 125. Boucher had 95. 80. Justin Ross had 54. Haskins 50. Sanu had some yards. Parse was like that. Negative blocking. Do we have any pancakes this year? No, but if I did, I didn't bench him. 20 sacks. Seems to be a specialty. Dylan Moses killed it. Yeah, Marshall was behind him. 20 picks. Landon Collins is behind him. Marshall had 2. Could have had 4 if he would have caught him. 7.5 sacks from Montez Sweat. Devin Moses only allowed 7 catches. He was the top on our team with 7 catches. 5 forced fumbles for him. Pass deflections, 8 for Dylan Moses. 96 return yards. Block kicks. We didn't get a safety. 7 defensive touchdowns for him. 3 for Marshall Holcomb. Don't have one, but 7 touchdowns for Dylan Moses. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do? Barkley's gonna end up getting MVP. I mean, we weren't even in the MVP race. Coach of the year, we weren't in that race either. Offensive player of the year, nobody on our team. Defensive player of the year was Dylan Moses. Nobody else. Rookie of the year, Ross was 5th. Defensive rookie of the year, Marshall was 6th. QB of the year, we don't even show up. Running back, Geis was 5th. Receiver, Ross was 10th. O-lineman, Trent was 6th. O-lineman, or D-lineman, no. Linebacker, Moses. DB, Landon Collins was 6th. And our kicker was 7th. So it wasn't like in the awards we were exactly like in them. Like we didn't have very like good awards, I'd say, but you know, it's all cool. It's all good. I think that AFC and NFC the competition in both leagues have definitely evened out, I think. Honestly, in the Dust League, I think that, you know, competition's worse. You know, I think at one time we were like, yeah, losing more games than we were winning. Winning for sure. For sure. But I think that, standings wise, you know, I mean, AFC, NFC, AFC, NFC, NFC, AFC, AFC. I mean, I think it's close. It's a little bit more AFCs. You know, you've got the Jets and you got the Colts and the Browns. There's us. NFC, and then AFC, NFC. I mean, it's really close. I think they're both, like, fair. I think that nobody went defeated. The best was the Raiders with 15-1. And 12-1 Giants, who were 12-0. Were they 12-0? I think they were 12-0 and then lost 2 and then tied 1. But I know they were undefeated. Yeah, they killed us, killed the Cowboys, killed us even worse. Killed the Broncos, killed the Chiefs, killed the Raiders, killed the Panthers, killed the Eagles, barely beat us in OT, killed the Buccaneers, killed the Eagles, and they were 10-0. Beat the Falcons and they didn't even play. Beat the Saints and they didn't even play. Lost by a point to the Packers. Tied with the Cowboys. Lost by 6 to the Rams, and I think they'll probably end up beating Salt Lake City. I'd assume. Die Packers, beat the Vikings, Falcons. They killed those teams. It's close, kind of close. Seahawks, not really. And the Vikings lost to the Browns. Barely beat the Bears. Narrowly beat them. Beat the Niners. Lost to the Lions. Lost to the Cardinals. Beat the Bears again terribly. Destroyed the Bengals. Destroyed the Lions. Barely beat the Giants. That was a really close game. Beat the Rams. Beat the hell out of the Ravens, and then the Steelers, and then the Bears started off 2-3, 3-3. Yeah, they went on a losing streak after a while. I don't know what their record is exactly. Bengals didn't play very good. Bills probably had the worst record in the NFL. They were 5-1. No, 1-5, 2-5, 3-5, 3-6, 4-6, 4-7, 4-8, 4-9, 4-10, 4-11. So they're 4-6 at one point. So they came back. Broncos 0-1, 2, 3, 0-8, 0-9, 0-10, 0-11, 1-11, 1-12, 2-12, 2-13. So, they barely beat us. That's crazy. He barely beat his ass. Browns, you know, dub. Lost 2 in there. Got a couple wins here and there. They won a winning streak. They've won a lot of games, honestly. Oh, the Buccaneers. Also, the Niners by 13. So, they came back, beat the Vikings barely. Beat the Bills. Killed the Cowboys. Barely. Narrowed the Patriots. Beat the Falcons. Destroyed the Saints. Barely beat the Falcons. Got kind of killed by the Giants. Beat the Panthers. Barely lost to us. Got killed by the Jets. Dolphins did pretty good against them. Eagles did pretty good. He killed the Panthers, and then killed the Saints, and he's in. So some of the Colts beat the Bills in a high-scoring game. Close game against the Jets. Jaguars, Dolphins are all pretty close. 49ers. Oh, he beat the Niners barely, though. Barely lost to the Texans. Beat the Seahawks. Beat the Jaguars. It seems like he doesn't have a... Seahawks was his worst game. I mean, it was all Titans close. Close loss to the Titans. Close loss to the Patriots. Close L to the Texans. Or W to the Texans. Close to the Rams. Cardinals. Yeah, I mean, I guess he beat the Chiefs by 18 is his greatest game. But other than that, he had only 2 games that were more than a 1-score difference. So, I mean, we'll keep that in mind that all of his games were close all year. Cowboys. Killed by the Giants first game. Beat the Panthers. Beat the Elks. Killed by the Buccaneers. Kind of killed by us. Killed the Cardinals. Got destroyed by the Raiders. Beat the Eagles. Broncos. Redskins. Eagles again. Lost to the Falcons though. Beat the Saints. Tied the Giants. Beat the Bears, and he's in the playoffs. So, like, he made a comeback from that year. The Dolphins were 1-3, obviously. 3-3. 3-6. 3-7. 4-7, 4-8, 5-8, 5-9, 6-9. So, you know, their season is kind of ogre. Ogre. Eagles. They're in our division. They were 1-3, 2-3, 3-12. So they lost a shit ton in a row. Elk? Oh, shit. They were 1-1, 1-2, 3-2, 3-3. And they went 4-3, 4-4, 5-4. And then 5-5, 5-6, 5-7, 5-8, 5-9, 5-10. So they could go either 6-10 or 5-11. Falcons 0-3. 1-3, 1 and 6, 1 and 7, 2 and 7, 2 and 9, 4 and 9, 4 and 11. So you're gonna go 5 and 11 or 4 and 12. Or up to the Niners. Giants right up to them. Jaguars 0 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 2 and 7, 2 and 8, 2 and 9, 2 and 10, 3 and 10, 3 and 11, 4 and 12 or something. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's 4 and 11. Jets were 4 and 0, 4 and 1, 7 and 3, 7 and 4, 7 and 5, 7 and 6, 7 and 7, 7 and 8. Alright, I think I did that wrong. It was definitely not 7 and 8. 4 and 0, 4 and 1, 7 and 1, 7 and 2, 8 and 2, 9 and 2, 5 and 5, 5 and 6, 5 and 7, 5 and 8, 5 and 9, 5 and 10. Damn, so they were decent for a minute there. Panthers 0 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 5, 4 and 5, 4 and 6, 5 and 6, 6 and 6, 6 and 7, 6, 7 and 7, and another 6 or 7 and 8. So they came back. They have a decent average season. Patriots 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 3 and 5, 3 and 6, 4 and 6, 4 and 7, 5 and 7, 5 and 8, 6 and 8, and it was 7 and 9, 6 and 9, 6 and 10. So they're 6 and 10. Raiders 4 and 0, 4 and 1. After that loss, 5 and 1, 6 and 1, 7 and 1, 8 and 1, 9 and 1, 10 and 1, 11 and 1, 12 and 1, 13 and 1, 14 and 1, and 15 and 1. So they haven't lost a game since. Die Rams 0 and 4, 0 and 5, 0 and 6, 0 and 7, 1 and 7, 1 and 8, 1 and 9, 1 and 10, 1 and 11, 2 and 11, 2 and 12, 3 and 13, 3 and 12. Might go 3 and 13, who knows. Ravens obviously not the greatest season. They were 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6, and 6 and 7, 6 and 8, 6 and 9. So damn, the last couple L's, kind of screwed them over. Redskins 1 and 1, which is us, and then after 1 and 1. 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1. So you're looking at 5 and 1. And then 5 and 2, 5 and 3, 5 and 4, 5 and 5. And then once we hit 5 and 5, it was 6 and 5, 7 and 5, 8 and 5, 9 and 5, 10 and 5, 10 and 6. So Saints 1 and 0, and then 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 2 and 7, 2 and 8, or 2 and 7. 4 and 6, my fault. 4 and 7, 4 and 8, 4 and 9, 5 and 9, and then 5 and 10, 5 and 11. So, and I went 5 and 11. Seahawks 0 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 7, 4 and 8, 4 and 9, 4 and 10, 5 and 11, or 4 and 10, 5 and 10, 6 and 10. They said 6, not terrible. Steelers 1 and 0, 2 and 0, 3 and 0, 4 and 0, 5 and 0, 5 and 1, 6 and 1, 7 and 0, or 6 and 1, 7 and 1, 8 and 1, 9 and 1, 10 and 1, 11 and 1, 12 and 1, 12 and 2, 13 and 2, 13 and 3. They were 10 and 0, 10 and 1. 11 and 1, 11 and 2, 11 and 3, 12 and 3. Just depends what they do here. Titans 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 7 and 4, and then now they are 7 and 8. So And they were 7-4 at one point. It's crazy. Vikings 1-2, 1-4, 3-4, 3-5, 4-5, 4-6, 4-7, 4-8, 4-9, and then 5-9, 6-9. They can finish 7-9. That's crazy. For not done season, that's not bad. So yeah. The Bills had a pretty bad season too. Who was the worst team? Like, I think it's like no, everybody's won at least more than one game. It doesn't seem like there's some pretty bad teams, but 2-13 by the Broncos, 3-12, 3-12. Then there's a crap ton of 4-11s, a couple 5-10s, 5-11s, 6-9s, a shit ton of 6-9s, 7-8s, a couple, and then there's a lot of 12-3s, and 13-3s. So Niners don't give a hell about if they win or not. They don't care. They don't care. Why would they care? Why would they care? They don't care. Why would they care? They wouldn't care. So why would they care? Why would they care? Why would they care? Why would they care? Tony, why would they care? The Titans beat the Texans in the last week of the playoffs. The Rams beat the Cardinals beat the Rams in the last place. Steelers got killed by the Packers in the last week before the playoffs. The Steelers, about the Raiders killed the Patriots in the last week of the playoffs. The Buccaneers flipped the Steelers last week last week before the playoffs. Nothing else has happened, and I really think it's going to pay off. Why are they the worst team? I don't really wait off. I think but I think that we should show it. I think the Dolphins can do it. We just need to show it. Hey, I am a menace to play tennis. So just like I'm Dennis, I started this shit. Niggas be hating, trying to blemish my image. Hold the scope, they can't stop this coming rope is a rope. Out of that bull's a hope in a gang, you know what I'm saying? What is you saying, nigga? What is you claiming? Alright, I'm getting off. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed,